I want YouTube to be it for me, but
YouTube to be the one?
yeah.
Okay. So, hang on, we got to start this off properly.
Okay.
Sammy.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome. This is the ride around D.U.I version.
Yes.
In the safety of the home.
Yes, of course.
Cheers to that. You're my first.
Yes.
You are my first. You're busting my cherry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not bad.
Wow.
That's not bad.
What kind is it?
That is a
This
Malbec.
one? Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
nice and smooth, right?
Yes.
Like some of the reds will be a bit harsh,
Yeah.
a bit rough on the palate.
For sure.
Yeah. So, Sammy, tell us a bit about yourself.
I am 27 years of age. I'm a Pisces. I always have to say that. And my parents are Mexican. I grew up in Southern California, and I went to college for a little bit, but it wasn't for me. So here I am.
Here you are. And what is it that you do?
Basically, I'm in a transition from modeling and OnlyFans. I basically just quit that, and now I'm looking for a stable job and to assist my fiance in developing this app, Zodiac dating app that we're working on, and growing my YouTube, also working on growing my YouTube channel.
But so you're doing OnlyFans?
Yes, so I'm transitioning right now from...
How long were you doing it?
How long was I doing OnlyFans? Probably since COVID started.
Oh, a couple of years.
Like 2020, 2021.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, that's a good, like, 2
But on
years
and off, I remember one time it was, I deleted my OnlyFans, and it was, you know how it gives you 30 days to change your mind?
Okay.
So like on the 29th day, I got it back. I changed my mind and I got it back. So it's always been like on and off.
Yeah.
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 Definitely.
But on and off as well as creating content, like you're not so daily basis.
Yes.
You weren't that invested in it.
No,
Yeah.
I've never been invested in anything really.
Nothing.
I think that's just me.
You're Pisces.
Yeah.
That's part of your thing, right?
Yeah.
Flippant. Are you like, you find you're doing something and then you go, ooh, that looks pretty, and you go over that way? Uh-oh. See, this is a problem. I don't think this now is down to a Pisces, but it is a problem, and it's a modern problem more than anything because of Instagram and
exactly. the distractions.
And it's so easy to swipe and find something better,
Yes, exactly.
And then you're probably thinking of your next move, right? Constantly, and none of them are in the same way. So I want to hear, like, the reason you started OnlyFans, I guess, was to do with nothing was going, you couldn't go to work, couldn't do anything like that, and you saw an opportunity to make some money at home.
Yes. Besides that, I wanted to get in touch with my sexuality and, and feel sexy and also make money at the same time.
Yeah. So a bit of validation too. Like you wanted, you were enjoying the response that you were getting.
Yes, the attention and exactly.
Yeah, yeah. And on your OnlyFans, were you going? I mean, there's levels to it.
Yes.
Were you going full on hardcore? Or were you just going nude?
Full on.
Oh yeah?
Hardcore.
Were you doing like scenes together with other people?
Not quite yet, like with creators. I was about to, but I never had the chance, honestly. Like time wise, I had the opportunity, but time wise, never had the chance to actually do it.
So you just did the solo?
Yeah, I just did the solo and like basically videos with, say, boyfriend or friends with benefits or whatever. But they weren't content creators.
It was just someone you were like, hey, I want to do a scene.
Yes, and then this year they implemented, you have to tag the person, and so
they have to have an account to do it.
Yeah. So that's where it got more like complicated. Yes.
Because no one you were doing it with wanted to have an account.
Exactly.
I see.
I had people to do it with, but like I said, I never got the time wise, and we never really did it.
Yeah.
So it
just kind of slid away. So with that too, you were doing this stuff, you're doing the content.
Yeah, I never got to collab with OnlyFans creators. Yes.
But was that a goal? Was like when you did it, were you building it up? Were you like getting some traction and making a good, like a nice bag?
Yes. Not like a nice bag yet. I was actually starting with an OnlyFans agency.
Yeah.
I was starting, and then I had to tell them, I'm calling it off. I'm getting married. I have to delete this.
Yeah.
And they were like, seriously?
Yeah.
We just started, and
Yeah.
I would have probably popped off, but
So wait, this marriage came out of nowhere, or what's up with that?
yeah, like we decided we're gonna get married. Like we're each other's
Just like that?
soulmates. Yeah.
Yeah.
We met April 5th. So,
Nice.
yeah. But yeah, about the
Like April 5th, like just passed.
yeah, literally.
Like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And now you're getting married.
I know. It was like love at first sight,
Uh-huh.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
But about the collabing with OnlyFans creators, I had this friend that told me, this one dude wanted to collab, a guy friend, and
Who
she
was
said,
doing it?
yeah, he
Yeah.
was doing it. He was making a bag, and she said she was kind of. I was trying to date the girl at the time, but she was like, he's just using you, stuff like that, or he just wants to have sex with you, or
But if you were doing it as content.
yeah, dumb things that
Yeah.
she was saying, and got to my head, and it didn't make any sense. What was he trying to gain from me? I mean, I'm gonna end up getting his, subscribers or whatever,
and
fans.
Yeah, exactly. And if he's probably doing lots of boy-girl stuff, then
yeah, I mean, he's collabing with all these girls.
Yeah,
and
so it's just going to come towards you. It funnels towards you. The girls obviously do a lot better on there.
yes,
I even think like the gay market on there is, gay guys do shit for free. There's not as much.
yes, I mean,
Simping,
it's better.
Simping as far as guys go. As gay guys go. They can
Yes.
just, like, gay guy can go out and get. It's kind of like a girl can walk into a bar and go, hey, I'm good to go.
Yes.
So they don't need to go on OnlyFans to check out dudes.
Yes, I mean, it's always you have to collab with people, to get
In
ahead.
life, you have to collab.
Yeah,
You gotta
exactly.
network. No, it's very
It's who
important.
you know, not what you know.
Absolutely. You could be the best at anything, but if you don't have the right network, it's not going anywhere. If you don't know the
Exactly.
right people, you're not going anywhere.
Yes.
And then that led you towards porn.
Yes. So I was at a modeling event, group shoot
Yeah.
in Anaheim, and I met this photographer, and he basically, one of my model friends, she's a female, she told me that they were going to have a porn shoot, and like a group porn shoot, and I had no idea, but she was like, oh yeah, it's a lot of money, blah, blah, blah. And then I think I had to get tested, obviously, so I couldn't make it to that one because my test results weren't gonna come in time. But then after I kept in contact with that photographer, and then eventually we basically, I attended one of the group porn shoots, and then it started like that. It was maybe like bi-weekly or once a month kind of thing.
So when did that start?
That started probably 2 months ago.
How many shoots did you do?
How many? I think I did like 4 to 5 shoots.
And are they all scenes? Like, are you on your own, or are they boy-girl, girl-girl?
It was kind of like random because he would have cameras like set up just, one-on-one, and then it kind of got messy. Like it was just everyone doing their own thing, and he was just like moving the camera around.
Yeah, it was like orgies.
Yeah, like it was
Damn.
girl on girl.
Yeah,
so
all
it was
in the
all
same
mixed.
space.
Yeah, in the hotel.
Yeah. In a hotel room.
Yeah.
And you just had, how many people were there?
At one point, it was like crowded. It was like 10 to 15 people.
Yeah,
in a
hot,
room.
sweaty people all banging and
yeah.
And so you're getting passed around? Is that what's going on?
Basically, I mean, with 2 guys.
Okay.
2 guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other ones were females, and
Yeah.
one time I went down on one, I made her come, so like.
So you go both ways?
Yes.
You're into girls, you're into guys?
Yes.
And is your future husband down with that?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah?
But I'm like, if you want to be monogamous, you can't.
Okay.
I was like, no more.
Look,
If he's really down for being monogamous,
you're
then
down too.
you no more threesomes for
Yeah.
you.
What do you say to that?
He's okay with that.
Yeah?
Yeah. He was just like, he was like, I was doing it for you. You like girls. I'm like, no, don't get it twisted.
He said he was doing the threesomes for you.
Yeah.
Good man. Yeah. Great answer.
I know, right?
I think I like your fella. He's smart.
I know. One time we should bring him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be so
Get him
funny.
down here on
That'd
the
be funny.
couch.
Yeah.
We'll do the DUI.
Yeah.
The DUI ride around. I quite enjoy this. I get to be comfortable.
Yes.
You know, because I mean, it is. I do love driving the car, obviously.
But it's different,
and
no?
I enjoy it. Yeah, but I got to pay attention to the road as well as the conversation, and you can get distracted.
Exactly.
You know? There's traffic. There's idiots.
Oh, especially
just
around
idiots
5
driving.
p.m., yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I plan it to get the light
So
and
many
whatever,
idiots.
but absolutely fools, you know, and people taking risks. I mean, the one benefit I have with that car is most people will give you a bit of room, you know,
Yes.
just out of, it's amazing what a car, the respect you can get out of an inanimate object, you know. If I walk down the street, I don't get the same sort of respect, but,
Exactly.
you know, I
I
think
love
maybe
your
it's
car.
the steel.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it's because it's steel, they realize if they hit it, they're just going to fold, you know.
Exactly. It's a respect, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
How many scenes then? Not how many scenes. How many? So you started that like 2-3 months ago, the porn,
Yes.
and then you shot 4 scenes, four separate occasions.
Yes, with that specific photographer, and I also did, because my female model friend, she told me about sexy jobs. So I was like, sexy jobs? So
Yeah.
I go and make an account, and basically it's for like scenes and like porn or BJ, POV, etc. So I did get some work through there as well, like BJ.
BJ's, you just turn up some random dude and suck him off.
Yeah,
Oh
basically.
wow! And so you make sure he's tested and all that shit first.
Yeah.
Or? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And are they porn guys or is it just some random dude who wants to shoot it?
Mostly random, like probably selling it on Pornhub or for himself. I don't know.
Yeah. And are they? How are those guys?
They're kind of sketch. I mean, they're more sketch about you. I don't know, maybe like about the girl stealing or something. You know,
About
like
how
I
you're
feel like they
feeling?
have that. It's that vibe.
Yeah.
You know, that's
About
what I
like
get.
how you're taking it or.
No, like when you show up at their house, like
Yeah.
they're very cautious of not leaving you by yourself, etc. You know.
Oh yeah, thinking you might
Just
rob them or
yeah,
something like
exactly.
that.
So
Yeah.
you know,
I can
I'm
see
not that type
you-
of person, but you
No,
know.
I know, but I guess you know, it's kind of murky, right? Because no one's coming from an agent. You don't know who they are, but you're going to their home. It's not a hotel room.
Exactly, they're home.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're going to their house, and
Yes.
yeah, that's an interesting way of breaking into that world. And then you decided to just close the book on it.
Yes.
Why? On both of them, you shut down. Did you shut down at the same time? You shut down your OnlyFans. You shut down the whole idea of like porno and.
First, I shut down like the porn, and then I was still doing like BJ, and then it was the OnlyFans. But my fiance wanted to do just OnlyFans, like just me and him collabing
Yeah.
and stuff, but it doesn't work that way. He has to be a content creator, you know, and he didn't understand that. So
Yeah.
then after that,
We could always like hide his face, right?
yeah, for sure.
You know?
But he would have to have like an account and stuff, you know?
Yeah, and then
to
even
be tagged.
Yeah, but even still, he doesn't have to have like a photo of his face. He could hide his face and just like.
Yeah, and he doesn't have
flex.
tattoos, so like
Yeah, so no one's gonna know.
exactly. So, but it was mostly when we decided to get married that like we were like, and we plan on having kids. So he was like, I just don't want
Your children seeing this.
yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
wise move. Yeah, so I mean, when we were speaking beforehand, I thought you were venturing into porn, and then you decided not to.
Like I
'Cause-
did a U-turn. Like,
Yeah, you were like, you know what, this is not for me, and you pulled out. But you actually dipped your toe, not only your toes, you dipped your whole body into it, briefly.
Yes, but I'm glad I didn't sign any contract or anything. I was like pretty close to
But did
getting
they?
signed with like HBX modeling and
Yeah, but with the content that you did shoot, that goes up. That's
Which-
on the internet.
which content?
Anything that you shot already.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's out
already.
there.
That's
Yeah.
already.
It's
That's
already
too
out
late
there.
for that.
Yeah.
Too late. So you turn that.
Too late. You know, you did it. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
But do you regret the experience?
Can't say yet, but I I think yes, I do regret it.
Yeah. For those reasons, for like down the road when you have children.
Yes.
And then pulling it up, possibly pulling it up. I think, I mean, I think in your position, because it was such a brief dip in, and it sounds like the first things that you were doing are quite vague. Were they for like an actual studio, or you know, or is it with just some guy?
Yeah, it was for private use for the photographer.
All of the stuff you did?
And the other scenes that I did, BJ, POV, it was for like OnlyFans. One of the guys was trying to create an OnlyFans, but he had trouble.
Yeah.
But he was going to upload that video as soon as he got the chance to, and stuff like that. And he had me wear like a outfit and everything, and it was in downtown LA, and yeah, so that kind of thing. But I mean, if I don't like 50-50, like I do regret it, but I don't. Like, it's like if it comes out, it comes out, and if I'm famous at the time, like Kim Kardashian, like I don't really care.
Hey, look at how did she get famous?
You know? Exactly.
All through porno. There's nothing else. Anyone can say they can say whatever they want. It's porno.
Exactly.
Selected video to put out there out of multiple to make that.
Exactly. So
off, you know?
one way or the other, you know, you have to make
It
it
seems to
right.
happen, you know. I mean, Paris Hilton did it. Pamela Anderson did it. Kim Kardashian did it.
Yeah. So that's why I say 50-50. I can't decide if I do regret it. Like,
Are you
fully.
done with it altogether?
Yes, I think I'm done. Like I've
You
reached my. I've definitely reached my max.
Your limit?
Yeah, my limit.
Yeah. Was it
Yeah.
easy to just click off the OnlyFans?
Yeah, it was easy.
Yeah. And are
Yeah.
you working at something else right now other than building the app? Are you like, do you have a steady job, or do you have anything else going on?
No, not right now. No, I've been like browsing through jobs and stuff like that. I'm looking at some right now. My standard's high, so yeah.
Yeah.
So it's hard to find something good.
Your standards high.
Yeah.
In what? In the sense of
Like
what
pay
work?
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what type of work?
Like I found something on Craigslist. It was like delivering car parts, $30 to $40 an hour. You know, and something that I could commit myself to, or an office job or something like that.
9 to 5.
Yeah.
Have you done them?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you like them?
No.
So you think you can commit to something you don't like?
Maybe like a 10 to 7, not exactly 9 to 5.
Like pick your own hours. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that would be good for stable income, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a steady.
But I also want to have fun and create on YouTube, create content.
Yeah. Have you got a YouTube channel?
Yes.
You do? Okay, you have to give it to me. I didn't know that.
It's segments with Sammy. I had like a bunch of videos. I made them all private. But you know, it's because I was
you
like,
don't like listening to yourself talk?
No, I was all over the place. So like I had like makeup tutorials, and then I had product reviews. I had story time. So it was all over the place. So I feel like people didn't know like what I was focusing on. It was I either doing makeup, you know, you know. So basically now it's gonna be
combine them all though, and it'd be yourself. You know, it's like Sammy's world.
Yeah, and it was like vlogs and
Sammy's world.
Yes, exactly.
Sammy's world. Your YouTube channel should be
Sammy's
Sammy's world.
Oh yeah,
everything that Sammy does.
You're right. You
know, I mean, I'm only starting out in this thing, and really only starting out.
You're
it's
right.
Like a month and a half, and like we were talking on our way here, or when I met you, that I'm doing it's all the same. Everything that I'm doing is the same. As good as it is, you know, that I enjoy doing it and all the rest of it. It's all in the car.
It's all consistent.
Yeah, but
See?
It's all in the car.
It's like your staple.
Yeah, but then I feel stale. I need to do some more things, you know? Like, this is great. This is like, I get to sit down.
To spice it up,
wine.
yeah.
Yeah, because this will be like, that's your first glass of wine. The second glass of wine, you're going to be hilarious. So, you know.
And what about the third? I'm just kidding.
I know, but the third bottle, that'll be great fun.
Oh,
know?
my goodness. No.
We have one chilling, you know. But when it comes to it, I've had that, like, I had that train of thought, too, of, you know, I do the one thing and I just go with that.
Yeah, most people do, but somebody told me that, you know, my vlogs and lifestyle vlogs and everything, that nobody was really going to tune in until I actually made a name for myself, and then they would like,
which takes time, or time and luck, but persistence is the main thing. It's like anything in
it's
life.
basically, you know, like the makeup gurus or whatever on YouTube, and once they make it, they start showing their life, you know, and now that they know, like, let's do makeup, or
maybe that's a part of just feeling more comfortable once they've gained traction, you know.
yes, so I feel like I agree with that statement, so that's why I just made all my videos private, and I'm going to start making videos about zodiac signs. I'm really into that. So basically, like, giving advice to all the zodiac sign, you know, to each zodiac sign, or from my perspective and my experience, my life experience, and basically, or what's the best earth sign, water sign, fire sign, you know, in my opinion.
What's the best?
Yeah. So like,
is there like a hierarchy?
Yeah, so I asked Instagram if I should do the zodiac or story times, and they chose story times because of course everyone wants to know the 411, the chisme, you know. So
I do like her nails. You brought them up.
thank you.
They are very pretty.
I love this color. It's like Nicki Minaj.
Oh, she does that, does she?
That's her color.
Oh yeah.
Like,
does she probably does the nails, the toes, and the nails. Huh?
yeah, I do the
do
matching.
You?
Yeah, I do. But yeah. So
the story time. And in your story time, what are you doing? I presume it's not bedtime stories for children.
No, story time is basically like, say, story time when I found out my boyfriend cheated on me, or my boyfriend had a double life, or, you know.
Is this your current boyfriend? Is this your current boyfriend? Oh no, because you only met him in April.
No.
Yeah.
But
you have no idea yet.
No, but that's like an example, or story time when I, you know, anything basically, when I almost got ran over. I don't know, you know, like anything interesting that people wanna, or anything juicy. Yes.
Yeah. Something to grab attention.
Yes.
You almost got ran over?
No.
You just make it up?
Yeah.
So you're making up stories?
Yeah.
So the boyfriend cheating on you is a made up story too?
No, that's real.
That's real?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a past boyfriend though?
No, it's this one.
You've known each other 2 months. He's cheated on you already.
Yeah, I've cheated too.
And you're getting married. And you've cheated too.
Yes.
So you guys just do that. Are you like swingers? Kind of.
No, not really. We never been to like a swingers party or anything.
I don't mean that way. I mean, I guess the term, we could just call you cheaters then. You're both cheaters. Yeah. They're very sexual people who like to fuck around.
Yeah, no, for sure. That was it. But we cut that off now. Like, we're starting fresh, and leaving that in the sea of forgetfulness. And
yeah. Can I ask were you with someone else when you met him?
No.
Was he with someone else when you met you?
Yes, he was.
Yeah. So he cheated on her with you.
Basically.
No, basically, yes. He cheated on her with you.
Basically, he never talked to her again.
After that?
Yeah.
How do you know?
After he met me, he never talked. He never had to go. He never had to go back to text her.
You gave it so good, he just never had to go back. He was just done. He's like, okay, finished.
He was like, I just never texted her back. I just let it like kind of vanish.
Disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did that like the narcissist way out.
What?
It's the narcissist way out. I'm not knocking anyone because I've done this too as well. You just kind of like, just don't respond, or you respond.
That means he's a narcissist?
Yeah, because you don't want to. It doesn't necessarily mean he's a narcissist. It's a narcissist's way out.
Oh.
So narcissist is a bit different. I don't know your fella. So I can't say that. You know, I mean, I know I've met narcissists for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're very dark people. They'll bring you down. You know. They slight you, you know, in any way possible to make themselves feel better. That's only part of it. But what I meant by the narcissist's way out of a relationship is that way, is not ending it. Not saying, hey, you know.
Yeah, I was a narcissist's way out. Yeah,
you know,
sure.
Instead of going like, you know, things aren't working out and I gotta.
You kind of just ghost the
Yeah,
person.
it just ghosts them,
Yeah.
And I think we're living in a time narcissism is on the high,
Oh my
People,
god.
even for work-related things, people are just, they ghost you or they don't respond. They're like, oh yeah, we're doing this, and then you hit them up, you're like, hey, is it on tomorrow?
Or even like
and you hear nothing.
Yeah,
and you never hear from them again.
Even with models and photographers,
Absolutely.
it happens all the time.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. People are just like, change my mind. Don't need to explain. See you later. It's
Block.
like, I always see you.
Yeah.
That's the world we're living in right now. It's too easy to do.
Definitely.
Like you're in your 20s.
The block button is my favorite button.
Yeah. I didn't have, when I was younger, if you said you were going to be, I don't know, at fucking Randy's Donuts at like 4 o'clock next Saturday, you were there because you didn't have a phone. You didn't have a cell phone. You had a house phone that was like your
That's
family.
awesome. Oh my
so
god.
you just, a week later, you still remembered and you were there at that time.
And you're like,
where is this?
And
you remember people's phone numbers in your head,
Yeah.
No, people were always there. I think rare time, and you would wait there for like sometimes 30 minutes. And people turned up though. They did not turn up,
Wow, that's interesting. That's amazing.
Different time when people had values.
Literally, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I find that interesting. So you both made the decision that your career would end in porn and OnlyFans, and now you have to find a 9 to 5. And what does your fella do?
Yes, he also he has a weed business. If I can say on here.
Yeah. Of course, he runs a dispensary.
Yeah, he runs a dispensary.
Yeah.
And then he also works for the person that created the floppy disk and the computer. So he works for them, like as a manager, manages their
way back in the 80s.
Yes.
Why is that doing that? Stop. So he works for someone from the 80s. So that dude must be like 70.
He's like a manager / assistant. Like he'll drive them around, or they're like, the guy's son or whoever. He's
so
like
he works for like the
how do you call it? Like a butler, kind of.
Yeah.
Drives their Mercedes and their Lambos and
personal assistant.
Yes, personal assistant.
Yeah, because he's handling everything, right?
Yeah.
That's it. In this town, I've met a few people who do really well out of that position.
I know. I'm like, I need to find myself some.
You will. You're in the right circle. This is why you're getting married to him.
Yes, I've met like.
You're a gamer.
I don't have.
You know what hypergamy is? So it's a natural.
It's not hyperbole.
No. Do you know what hyperbole is?
Yes.
Okay. So we're not talking about that. We're talking about hypergamy.
Okay.
Hypergamy is it's a natural thing that females have. And there's nothing right or wrong about it. We're not going into the right or wrongs, morally correct or anything. But a woman always, you are going to look for, naturally, it's an instinctive thing, that you as a female are going to look for a man who can protect you, provide for you, look after your children, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So that means hypergamy is like, let's say, prior to this fella, you're with a guy, you're having a lot of fun, sex is great, all of that stuff.
Okay.
You hit it off, you're having a great time. He's not quite at that stature. But then you meet a fella who is. You meet some dude who's like a step above this guy. Now, he's got the things that you want. He's got the nice car. He's got the house. He's sorted.
Okay.
A woman's natural instinct is that's more of a turn on. You're going to like, okay, I like fucking this guy, but I want that life.
Okay.
So you can, right? Doesn't it resonate?
Yes.
Because it's the truth that you will easily move out of the relationship with the guy who's got nothing going for him. That's just like a good hookup. It's good. It's a good sex thing and whatever. And the female as well generally wants to have the fellow with the status, the guy who has the money, the guy who has the career, who has the security, all of those benefits, and you'll dip out and still hook up with the other dude and see nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I guess.
Have you ever been in that position? Let me get this.
No,
bottle.
honestly.
Really?
No.
We're gonna delve into your past here.
Yes, please. So this is honestly the best man I've ever the best man.
Do you think 2 months is a good? I'm not
the best man I've ever met. No, really.
the best man. What?
The best man I've ever met, like
In your life?
wholesome wise.
He sounds like he's got a great career. He's
got
great opportunities.
I've always met just like losers, basically.
Your whole life up until this point.
Yeah, I've always wanted to be like the Wonder Woman, like the one that has a car and they don't have a car, or I have to let them borrow money, stuff like that with just losers, you know.
Yeah. And you're what, 27?
Yes.
You're 27. So all the way. When was your first boyfriend? What age were you? When did you lose your virginity? Actually, let's go there first. When did you lose your virginity?
At 18. So
you were late in, I guess modern standards.
Actually, my first was my ex-husband.
You were married?
Yeah.
Did you have sex after you got married? Mm-hmm. So you were a virgin until you were married?
Yes.
Interesting.
That's what my mom taught me.
That's quite a beautiful thing in this day and age. I like hearing that. But then it turned. Then you swerved into porn and OnlyFans. What happened
after the divorce?
How long were you married for?
For 3 years and 3 months.
So you were what age? You got married at 18.
Yes, 18. I was almost turning 19.
And then you got divorced when you were 22. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then after 22 was like, who initiated the divorce?
Me.
Yeah. And what did he do?
He was just he was in the military.
Okay.
U.S. Marines.
He had a nice pension out of the Marines. A nice payday out of the Marines.
Yes, and basically when that was over, I feel like that's when the relationship was over. That was like the only reason why I was with him, basically.
When you split with him, was it amicable, or is there does he pay you alimony or
no?
Nothing. You split
clean? I didn't
clean?
Want anything.
Good for you.
Clean.
Good for you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So at 22, then you're divorced, and you started going out.
Oh yeah, I started
going wild.
Going wild.
Did you?
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna try all different kinds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You dipped into the ice cream.
Yeah.
69 flavors. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And was it doing that? Did it feel fulfilling in any way, or was it an
yes,
adventure?
because I was restricted to one person for so long.
Yeah. And do you think it did you good?
I think it did. It made me realize what I want in a man and experience different types of men too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, when you say what you want in a man, was it you weren't just hooking up with them? You were actually having
I was dating. I was on a online dating site. I remember my sister told me you should go on the online dating site. And
what did you go on?
I think it was OkCupid.
Yeah. And how did you find? Did you find they turned into relationships, or were they just hookups?
They're mostly just hookups.
Yeah, multiple hookups.
How many
did you run through? Okay, so you had the husband was your number one. He's your first guy.
Yeah.
Then after him, do you have a number? Do you have how many guys you've slept with since him? Do you know? Do you remember?
Yeah, it's close to 100.
Wow. At 27?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just ran through.
Yeah.
And were you doing all sorts? Were you multiple partners at the same time?
Multiple partners.
A couple of dudes running a train on you, things like that?
No. Not like that. No gang banging.
Yeah. It was just single guys.
Yeah, just single guys. I had a threesome with 2 guys one time.
Yeah.
At the beach, beside the beach, near the beach, in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Car,
yeah.
Classy stuff. So that's between the ages of 22 and now, 5 years. So 100, 5 years. So it's averaging 20 a year.
Yeah. I don't think that's. What do you think about that?
What do I think about that? When a woman does,
I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's that bad.
I'm not judging in any way. But biologically speaking,
How many a month?
a month.
Divide that.
If you break it down, it's like 2 a month, close to 2 a month.
That's not. I don't think that's bad.
Having 2 different sexual partners as a female.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the
Do you
same.
think there's a difference between men and women having multiple partners?
No, I don't think there's.
Why not?
Because girls are players too.
In the modern era. But where did that come from?
I don't know, but I just don't like when men think that they have the upper hand just because they have a dick.
You think men have an... In what way, though, do you think men have an upper hand? Or they think they have the upper
Like,
hand?
for example, my fiance said that one time. He's like, oh, it's different because men don't have an emotional attachment. So they can have, like, a lot of partners. And women, they get emotionally attached. So it's different. I'm like, no, it's not different. A woman can also separate the emotional attachment because I've done that before.
After multiple partners.
Mm-hmm.
I'd agree with that. After multiple partners, a woman can do it because... Things are different for men and women, not in the sense that... So, think of it this way, right? How do I word this correctly? If we go, again, we're talking biologically, right? If you start with that, we'll start with that part of it, because that's kind of the base of everything.
Mm-hmm.
You agreed with me on the hypergamy thing, that a woman is looking to be nurtured, to be looked after, to be secure, safe, and all the rest of it.
Yeah, but I tried that.
But that didn't work out. It was the wrong man. I don't know. We haven't even delved into why that didn't work out.
Okay.
We don't even know that part yet. But so let's just say that's what it was, because you initiated the divorce, so you wanted something better.
Yes.
Right?
Definitely.
That's hypergamy in action. You had stability, but you were bored. You wanted something better.
Yes.
Now, when it comes to what men are looking for absolute purity, beauty, and loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
A woman, you hold on to the men that you've been with. We don't. We're built different. Now, you said men have the upper hand. Not in the dating era, and not in the dating game, or not in the having sex game. It's so much easier for a woman to get sex than it is for a man.
Mm-hmm.
Hands down. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Like, you walk into a bar and you go, hey, I'm horny. You could pick out whoever you want, and you'll have...
Oh, yeah.
Women are going for like the 10% of men, or even less, I believe, in the world. Is the 10% of men. 90% of women are going for 10% of men.
Mm-hmm.
So the 90% of men are like out in the wind. They're on OnlyFans, they're watching porn, they're going to prostitutes, they're going whatever.
Yeah.
Because they're not in that, they don't hit the markers for a woman. A woman you want a man who's got money, who's got stability, who's got strength,
Mm-hmm.
who's a certain height, who's a certain build, all of that sort of stuff. Those are things that women gravitate to,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Yes.
Men, it's rare that a woman is going to bang like a girl, a very pretty girl like yourself. You're not going to bang a 4, like on a scale of 1 to 10, a man who's a 4. In the sense of he's not good looking, he doesn't have a lot going for him. Just a lot of things that he won't even hit your radar. You won't even notice. But a man who's out there, who could be like like way up there, he's just horny, and some bird is like, she's well below what he would actually consider as a girlfriend. But he's horny, and he's like, no one's here, no one's watching. He takes her home, right?
Yeah.
That'll happen. But it'll never happen in the reverse. Like, a woman will not drop her standards. Once you hit a thing, it's like, maybe when you get older, like a single woman, as she gets older, things will change for her.
Yes.
A man's value goes up as he gets older, and a female's value comes down. Would you agree?
Yes. Of course.
Because there's a good that puts all of this in perspective, right?
Uh-huh.
So let's say there's 2 men. One's a 21-year-old boy who lives with his parents. He has no future yet. He has nothing planned out yet. He has no career. He has nothing going on. He's not aiming towards anything. He's at home. He's good looking. He's fit. All the rest of it. But he's got nothing going for him.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the 21-year-old there. And then you get like a 48-year-old man, great shape, very good looking. He's got a house. He's got money, he's got properties, he's got everything going for him, like he's like up there on it, which one do you find more attractive?
48, you know?
Reverse that. Oh, also the 21-year-old man was a virgin too, by the way. So now you reverse that, and you have a 21-year-old virgin girl, very beautiful, great shape, doesn't have a career, doesn't have prospects, lives at home, and she's a virgin. And then there's a 48-year-old woman.
You pick the 21.
Hands down.
Yes.
Every man's going to, because she represents what a man innately is looking for. Now that goes,
And a virgin? Come on now.
yeah, that goes back to biology. The virgin, Jake, oh my God, give
Right?
it to me, you know?
Who doesn't want
Who
that?
doesn't, that flower, you know?
The purity.
The
we're
purity
talking
of
about,
it.
Yeah.
And that goes back to a biological thing of a man wanting to know that his children are his children. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying that it pulls you back. I'm not judging you in any way. But now that you have such a high body count for a female, which you do, I mean, technically speaking, you do, over 100, that's quite a bit, you know?
Mm-hmm. Or near 100.
Or near 100.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're cresting, you know? You're up there. You're experienced,
Yeah.
you know? And it is what it is. With that in mind, it puts you out of that bracket.
Imagine if I kept doing porn and just go up, skyrocket.
You just keep on going.
Yeah.
You know, and
Had
you're
to cut it.
you know, you're on that path.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, for better or worse, you'd be on that path. You'd be in that world, and you wouldn't be able to turn around at like 35 and go, "Where are all the good men?" Because your idea of the good man is that man with status, with money, and with power. What's he gonna do? He's like, I don't want to walk out with you. You know, you're a porn star. I'll have fun with you, but you know, it's not going anywhere else.
Yeah, that's why I had to settle down with this guy. I'm telling you.
So you're now it's a
girl
settling
mentality.
down.
Yeah, it's a girl mentality. Now you understand.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The
I think I understood already,
the statistics.
but now you're making it clear for me.
Yeah.
How it goes, how this came about, and
Yes.
why you're putting your anchor in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have to because I'm.
I hope you treat this man well. Yeah, I hope you treat, because you're close to 30. You're hitting the wall.
Yeah.
At 30, you hit that wall. Even like 28, like a woman's. I mean, after 24, you start on that kind of that quest for.
Definitely.
Maybe I need to. Yeah. In
I
your
do.
life, did you find that?
What?
When you hit 24, you started
Yeah.
looking for, now I need to settle down or find a man?
Maybe like in the past, like 25 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But I do treat him well, very well.
Are you investing in him?
Yes.
You cook for him?
Yes.
You clean for him?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
See?
Nice. You have those values still from your mama.
Yeah.
Does she know about, like, when you went off the rails and started misbehaving? And
Yeah.
Yeah, she knows
Because
about
I was
all
a
that?
stripper, so she knew about that.
Once you quit, when you left the boyfriend, or the husband, when you broke up with the husband, you became a stripper.
Stripper in 2021.
So recently.
Mm-hmm.
All of this career, like your sex career,
Probably started in 2020.
only in the past 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, but since 2018, 19, I was hooking up.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So
yeah.
you could see, depends on how you see it.
Well, that wasn't a career. That was you wanting
Yeah, but
to
basically
test the waters and go
Yeah,
around
yeah,
and
exactly.
see things and
Mhm.
live life like a man. Like you said, you kind of put it out there that men, it's okay for women, it's okay, if men do it, it's okay for women to do it.
Yeah.
Or it's a little bit different, your boyfriend saying to you that men don't put emotion in sex all the time. Now that's not true. It's not like it's not true that it's all the time. If you're with a woman, that's one thing. Would you see, let's say it's a year from now, you guys married, you're together, you've been monogamous the whole time.
Okay.
He goes out and he hooks up with some girl and he comes back and he goes, listen, I met this girl, I was horny, I banged her and that was it. I have no interest in her.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, whatever.
Do you think he'd be okay with it the other way around?
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Why
So
the double standard?
I'm not saying that it's fair. I'm saying that it's there, though. There is a double standard. And it just is that way because we've talked about the biology of it. Number
But it's
one,
the same thing. I'm not interested.
No, if a woman has sex with another guy, you're not in love with that guy anymore. With the one that you're with.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. You've lost. There's a thing. Absolutely. I mean, that's okay if that's how you guys are. I've been in relationships where, like, from the get-go, we were with other people. You know, so then I'm not fully invested in it. Right away, I'm not fully invested in it. I'm like, okay, this is what it is, but that's not my woman. You know, that's never going to be my permanent woman. Not a chance.
Yeah.
Not
That's
a chance.
how it was at the beginning with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
how
then
you
it had to
started?
stop
Mm.
so he could actually value
Yeah, I've been there where we started like as we were, and then we pretended to not be.
He was
as
like,
we
I
were.
can't. He was like, that's why I cheated because I couldn't take you seriously. Like,
Yeah.
I understand that. That's why I forgave him.
Well, you know, as long as you guys have an open dialogue and kind of work through those things, I don't see. Who am I to judge? I'm not going to say that things work out or don't work out. Life is crazy, and when you consider divorce rates, you've got like a
Yeah,
one in two chance.
We're just gonna do like a marriage celebration. We're not even gonna do any legal paperwork, honestly. It's
Smart move.
Yeah,
Keep the government out of your business.
literally.
Mhm.
That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
There's no legal ties.
Nice.
Nothing.
You
Like,
sound like
it's
you're.
just it's just gonna be a party, a celebration.
You're keeping your options open. Is it going to be a gangbang? I want to go.
No, it's just because marriage and the legal stuff, I feel like it puts a strain on the relationship. So
100%.
we just don't want to do it that way, and we're just gonna have like a
a
guy
smart
and
man.
a priest.
Mm.
No, that was my idea.
Wow, you're very. You're really cool.
But he
To be,
agrees with
cool.
that
Of
because it's
course
all
he
about
does.
love. But anyways, so it's gonna be a friend with a priest outfit, and it's just gonna be like comedy.
Yeah. Comedy. A piss up, a party.
Yeah,
Good way to do it.
partying. It's gonna be a big, huge party.
I'm coming to your party.
You are?
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Do
you
I get
have
an
to.
invitation?
Yes.
Oh, well, then I'm going to be there.
Okay. Yes, I can't wait.
We could make it a whole, like, vlog thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be like
It's going to be wild, I bet.
$20,000 to $30,000 wedding.
Oh, nice. Okay.
He said the budget's 25.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's cool. And when are you doing it? Do you have a date?
A year to 2 years,
Yeah.
probably around May or June.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
San Juan Capistrano
Oh, yeah.
mission.
Ooh, there we go.
Yeah,
That sounds like fun.
pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's gonna be so fun.
I'm going to mark it down on my